What's up, guys? Sleep Token, Granite. No idea what to expect.
Sulfur on your breath, granite in my chest. You won't ever have to talk about it. You'll never want to talk about it. Fury, true damn late. Reason dislocates, and you'll never have to talk about it.
Okay, alright, I'm gonna stop now. What am I hearing? One, this did not start out like the summoning, which hit you right in the face right away. So you have like an arpeggio. Yeah, so the keys are already built in, so he's holding down one button and it's going up in scale for him. His voice is so freaking unique. So there's also now a second boo. So that's like a filter effect on some type of pad. It's built in. So it's a filter, so it's kind of like turning up, turning the EQ. Now there's a bass in it. He delayed the bass. Now I need to listen to his vocals again. I'm sorry. I was trying to pay attention to his music. The way that he breathes in his songs and they leave it in the recording is it's unique. Not a lot of people you can hear breathe anymore in music. How he also pronunciates some words is so fascinating. Earn my, instead of saying in, it's like earn.
Granite in my chest. You will never have to talk about it.
Oh, also we've added in a kick and some type of clap.
Granite in my chest.
So obviously all like the kick and the clap is completely EQ'd.
On your breath.
Almost like a telephone EQ. So what he's doing by having that kick and that clap, but having them EQ like a telephone sound, is he's setting up a precedence of this is the beat, this is the rhythm of the song, but when the actual drums kick in, you're already used to that tempo and that beat, but when he kicks in, it's so much more whenever, if he does that. I like how he delays a couple of them. That's really cool. This also, like, his vocal melody is like a pop. It's almost like a pop melody. Okay, so now what else is he doing? Is he's throwing at least one track of vocals in each ear. And I believe they're all the same octave, but they're just turned down and EQ'd a little different. And there's also, he's adding in different keys. They're real high. No, never mind. He's singing a higher octave in one of those ears. It's the next octave up. It's at least one of those tracks he's higher. Also, he's adding a different bass right here. Okay, so like what I predicted, one thing right for this freaking band is the drum and the clap that you're hearing earlier, but turned way down, like the telephone thing I was talking about. He introduces that here. I assume this part is either the chorus or pre-chorus, but it sounds like he's going to go right into a second verse. But the drums will kick in loud in a second. But you're already used to that beat, that pattern. This is different than the other songs I've heard from him. I say him, I'm going to call it the band. Oh, what a use of a snap. So there's at least a couple finger snaps. It might just be two, but there's major reverb on it, so it sounds super loud. And it was probably like that. And then add in some reverb. It's hard to tell with these guys if they're real drums, but the kick, and it's just a kick and a hi-hat with a clap. The clap is now loud too. Bass is completely different, and the bass is more prominent now. So not only I'm used to the beat, right? I'm used to the beat, but the bass comes in. Volume gets turned up, and you get introduced to the real drums now. So that bass is your driving factor as well. His vocals are so unique. There's multiple vocal layers here as well. So he's giving you a louder bass. His drums kick in. I'm going to just say louder, but they are louder. They're EQ different, so there's not that that telephone effect on them as well. But also, his vocal line earlier was just him, and now they're in both ears constantly now. Yeah, there's a couple layers. He's so good at filling your headspace. He's so good at that. He might be the best at filling your entire frequency that our ears can hear with something's there. So many bands don't do that. I can't sing, but that's what he's doing. He's saying multiple layers. So many layers of it. It's still there. There's pads. Again, it's a different character. There's so many vocal layers there. This is a pretty cool character. What was that game? The Hill? Silent Hill? Silent Hill? So the beat is still there. Now they're almost like the telephone effect again, but they're also distorted now. This band is so good at changing these sound effects on their instruments so many times within one song. It's bonkers how many times they do that. There's a fuzz distortion on them there. And there's a rising tension of it's a string, but it has distortion on it as well. Like it's building up. Dude, actually, so this song is it's less than 4 minutes, which is, of the few that I've done, is rare. This is totally like a pop song. I think in all of their songs I've heard heavy chugging, so talking with some of the guys in the comment section, they believe that this is a 7, or no, I'm sorry, it's an 8-string guitar. Also, do they come in off tempo? They do. They come in on the 2. Oh, so even if that's an 8-string, you also, what you can do to a guitar is you can pitch shift it. So get a super clean 8-string sound, and then you can pitch shift the sound down an octave level. I'm not sure that's what they're doing here, but it's a super low chugging guitar, but it's super clean at the same time, which is kind of hard to do. A lot of modern metal bands do this, but this is super clean. Oh, the drummer's so good. So he does like it's a pause fill, and he also is hitting probably the bell, the bell of it. That's so low. I don't know the last band that I've listened to that add finger snaps so effectively. I shouldn't even be surprised, but dude. So what he's doing here is he's referencing back to that scale on the keys I was talking about earlier, where he's probably just holding down one key and it's going up 4. It's a scale. Do, 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 do. He's changed it again, and now he's introducing it as the second half of this heavy chugging again, so there's no freaking vocals over the chorus, which is bonkers. But what he's doing, completely different sound, but it's the same scale. So you go, oh, that sounds familiar, but I really like it. It's because he planted that seed in the beginning of the song, but it was super clean. And what he's doing now is he's putting in this, I don't even know what you call it, a chorus? I don't know, because he doesn't sing over most of his choruses, which is frustrating because he has ridiculous vocals. But he reintroduces... So smart. And your drummer is going to change, so now instead of doing like king, he's going to do multiple. I sit here and talk trash that he doesn't sing over the choruses, and what does he do? So the guitar also changes. Hear how the guitar is very prominent, like what note he's on? The guitar is dropped down. What you have to do is you have to make room in the EQ, in the mix, for him to come in and start singing. And it's totally not one vocal track either. There's multiple vocal tracks. So you have to lower something down to add room so I don't clip the audio. So what he's doing, I'm totally doing this on the first one, so if I get something wrong, but hear how the guitar is prominent? The guitar is right here, right? I can still hear the guitar. Obviously, I can still hear it. But it's like training your ears. What am I actually listening to? Hear how the guitar is right in your face? You can almost see him where he's at on the neck. So many vocal layers. I say these guys. I know you got a lot of you guys in the comment section say it's just this one guy, but there's so much engineering that goes into these songs. It's crazy. The amount of thought that goes into this 3 minute and 40-second song. That drummer's ridiculous. There's your telephone effect on your kick and your claps. References back to earlier in the song. He's very good at that. He brings in things and he stops this melody on this piano or these keys towards the end of the song. He reintroduces you to it so you don't forget about it. And you're like, oh, I have heard that before.